Hello, good evening, dear students. I'm uploading this video for BA second semester students for their drama paper, GB Shah, as a writer of drama of ideas. And I'll be also talking about how to deal with the question answers. So, first thing that you have to understand what is drama and what is drama of ideas. Shakespeare's drama you have read, that is Merchant of Venice and also Macbeth. These are dramas proper. The dramas meant for staging. And drama of idea, it means that what is important there is not action but idea. And that is why it is meant for reading at home. So that is the basic difference. In drama proper, that is meant for staging, lots of action is there. And in drama of idea, certain thoughts and ideas are there which are very important for the sake of the public in general, but that is not meant for staging. That is the basic difference between the two kinds of genre. And G.B. Shah, who was and Galsworthy, these two writers were very much influenced by Ibsen and Strindberg, and they tried to write dramas of dialogue, conversation, and through conversation and dialogue the plot advances. For example, you might have noticed in your when I was teaching the text, Bluntschli reaches the bedchamber of Rena, and Rena is very contemptuously looking at him when she explores that he is a man who has run away from the battlefield. She doesn't like it at all, because why the hatred is there. Two things you have to understand. In the beginning, the reaction of Rena towards Bluntschli when he says that I am a fugitive, I have run away from the battlefield because I am being chased by the Bulgarian army. What kind of reaction Rena gives to this statement of Bluntschli? If you are asked, your answer must be she is very contemptuous. She does not like. She almost hates a soldier who has run away from battlefield. And later on, the discussion goes further, and he, in a way, explains all the details of the war, what happened there, and how pathetic situation he is in. He has not been able to wink his eyes for 48 hours, and he has not eaten anything. Then Rena got sympathized. So how the plot is advancing? It is advancing through dialogue. That is why the idea is getting exchanged. In the beginning, Rena was not happy because she is having a very different kind of picture of a soldier. That picture of a soldier that is there in her mind is romanticized picture of a soldier. What is this romanticized picture? Means the kind of narration, the kind of concept she has been given to understand about a war hero, about a soldier. That idea is there in her mind, and when she comes across a man who has run away from the battlefield, she feels that he is cowardice. So the concept of bravery, the concept of heroism, the concept of you can say romanticized concept of a soldier is shocked. Rena is shocked listening all these things, but slowly and gradually she understands what has happened in the war and the realities of war, because she was not exposed to the realities of war as it was read by her in the books, in the novels about the war heroes and about the description of the war. She knew only that much, or whatever ideas she has derived from the people around her, that much of idea she was having. So the process in which she is exposed to the entire happenings of a war changes her mindset, and she, instead of disgusted, instead of disliking Bluntschli, she becomes sympathized and she offers something to eat and something and she says that you are my chocolate cream soldier. So how this transformation is happening in Reina? This transformation is happening in Reina because of the dialogue, because of the conversation that goes on between them. So what actually Shah is trying here, he is trying to uproot or delete the mindset of the people, the wrong attitude of the people regarding war, arms, and weapons, use of weapons in the battlefield. All these concepts which were pervading in that particular society, he wanted to vanish those thoughts of the people that wars are most inhuman, wars are always against the progress of mankind, and it should not be fought. It is no necessity to fight a war. And also, side by side, he wants to tell the people of his time that there is no heroism to be found in war. Actually, wars are very practical kind of things. Sometimes you can fight the war in a fair manner, sometimes you can fight the war in a wrong manner. So there is no idealism that works in war. For example, you might have seen the Uri film, Uri, how our soldiers went in the night, although they were they have gone there to take revenge, but they went there silently by making a strategy, and they killed the enemies there, and they ran away in the night itself, right? This was not the concept, the kind of romantic ideal that Reina is believing in, the kind of romantic idea of heroism that is believed by the people of the time of Bernard Shaw. That was exactly the concept prevalent in far. It was prevalent in ancient time regarding war and soldiers. People used to forgive. You might have heard the name of Prithviraj Chauhan, who forgive at least 16 times. It is said in our history that 16 times Muhammad Ghori was forgiven by him, by Prithviraj. Why? Because he used to ask for pardon and he used to pardon him. So that concept was quite ancient. In modern time, if wars are there, anyhow the soldiers have to win the war, whether in a fair manner or in a foul manner. But the mindset of the people is still the same as they used to think earlier in ancient time about war heroes and others. They are still thinking in the same line, and Shah wanted to delete and change this mindset. That is why he has deliberately put bluntly in the bedchamber of Reina. So through Reina, he is talking to the entire society, all those people who take war as something glorious, something an opportunity for the soldier to show his heroism. All those kind of people are being in a way addressed by GB Shah, and he is trying to just wipe out from their mind the wrong notions, and also the concept of love and marriage. The other two very significant, crucial, this is also a problem play. Okay, in problem play what happens, the dramatist pose certain problems. Those problems are social problems, those problems are domestic problems, those problems are dealing with the current scenario. So some wrong opinions are there. So the purpose of the dramatist is to arouse those problems and show the wrong notions there, and leave the conclusion on the audience. What kind of conclusion they are going to derive from it? They just show the situation, and after that the conclusion is not given. Conclusion is derived by the students and readers. As I told you that the drama of idea or the problem plays or anti-romantic comedy, this kind of drama does not progress through action as it used to happen in Shakespearean time, the Macbeth. There is the action is being represented on the stage. Here, the convincing act of convincing is going on. G.B. Shah is trying to make people understand the secrets or the realities, realistic drama also. What are the realities? And we should believe in reality, because reality must be known to all of us. That is his basic intention. So he is a dramatist of idea. He is also a problem play writer, and he is also a revolutionary and radical in this sense that he has written closet drama, where some thesis is being extended through conversation, through dialogue, and through the transformation that is happening among the characters. For example, the transformation taking place in the character of Reina, because in the beginning I told you that she was having very dislikeness for Bluntschli, but later on she becomes sympathetic. So this transformation that takes place, or the transformation that takes place in Sergius, who is supposed to be representing the mindset of the people of society, that heroes go to the war to win the hearts of the maiden, and wars are the glorious place where the hero can go and display his courage and display his bravery, and he can win the hearts of maiden, and he can be worshipped all over the society. So this kind of concept is represented by Sergius, and he goes to the battlefield and he in a way orders for the cavalry charge, bypassing the protocol that was there in military protocol, and he orders the cavalry charge in the Sliventija battle, and the enemy soldiers are fired with bullet when they were not in a position to have the supply of bullet, and they were also ready to surrender. So this was unethical. Why this unethical kind of warfare is being shown by Shah? Just in order to make the point clear, to drive the idea home that wars are not something glorious and ideal. No ideal is there in war. Rather, wars are fought on the basis of fraud, cheat, and everything. Every kind of all is fair in war and love. That kind of concept is there. So Shah wanted to show the transformation in Sergius and Reina. These are the two most important characters in whom he is targeting to show the transformation, and he has been very much successful in showing that transformation in the character of these two protagonists, and that way his approach, his purpose becomes clear. As we see that Sergius at last, he is not given promotion after the cavalry charge. He comes back and he is very much offended, and he says that many people have been given promotion, but I haven't been given promotion. Although I won the battle, I won the Sliventija battle for my army, and he shows his discontent later on. Why he doesn't get promotion? Because he has fought in the war unethically. That is why he is not given promotion, and he is offended. Later on, what happens? The ideal of love that was talked about in that society, that two people, when they are in love, they are having very spiritual kind of bonding, and they are platonic lovers, this and that. So that relationship he is having, Sergius is having with Reina. But ultimately what is shown is that he is not very truthful to Reina, although he enacts. So that is a hollow, that concept like war is very hollow, and that concept is having lots of impersonation and hypocrisy. So hypocrisy in love and war, hypocrisy in marriage, all these were the problems persisting in the then society, that Shah wanted to bring to the fore, to the front, so that people should discuss it and people should come to know about the reality and they should change their mindset. So what happens? He, in the absence of Reina, he wants to take liberty with Luca, the maid servant, and he wants to enjoy the time. And he says that it is very fatiguing to enact the ideal love. So, in a way, he is saying that I was acting ideal love. Ideal love is not my hobby, rather, I am enacting it, and it is very frustrating at the end of the day because he is not able to enjoy the physicality. And somewhere the dramatist is of the opinion that physicality is more is the carnal desire. That is why two people of young age come together, not for the sake of ideal love, not for the sake of platonic bonding or souls bonding, but because of the physical enjoyment. And when the hero, when the person is not able to enjoy it, he feels frustrated, and that way he drives this idea home that there is nothing ideal in love, there is nothing heroic in love. The apostle of love, that is Sergius himself, is shown flirting with another girl just after 10 minutes of departure of Reina, to whom he is associated, it is said, associated in platonic love. So that concept is there. And then the concept of marriage. Shaw's concept of marriage is very crystal clear. He is of the opinion that two people should marry to each other, not for the sake of physical features and also of age. Age difference can be alright, it can be tolerated, and the difference in physical match can also be, that also doesn't matter. What matters most is match of temperament, and also the future security. Because after marriage one needs to run the life, and in order to run the life one needs money. So fortune is more important. Physical match is not that important. As important is temperamental match, and also the match of merit, not on the basis of class consciousness. He is not talking about the class and social status. He is against that, because Luca, who is a maid servant, is married to Sergius. Sergius is from middle class, and he is having a good reputation as a soldier, and he is well to do, and he is finally married to Luca because of the mental match and because of the merit. So merit, on the basis of merit, marriages must be done. And when the people of two people of equal merit, when they are combined together or they marry together, they are having the opportunity to produce the Superman. Where from the Superman comes, the man and woman who are marrying, they are having greater attitude, greater knowledge, greater mental ability. They can produce the Superman. So the prime focus of Bernard Shaw is to make the generation good, the coming generation good. How the coming generation can be good? If the security is there, for security of money, and money is there, and then the mental match and the merit, equal merit will be there. That is why he deliberately makes the difference to come there between the relationship of Reina and Sergius. And Sergius ultimately himself says to Catherine that I am no longer a soldier, madam. Soldiering is a coward's art. What does it indicate? That transformation. And again, Reina chooses bluntly instead of Sergius for marriage. That is transformation. And Sergius is also happy with Luca. He doesn't mind. Although in the beginning he is shocked, but later on he accepts Luca as his spouse and counterpart, and he is having no problem. So this way Shaw has brought forth the idea of love, marriage and war which were wrong, the wrong notions and wrong ideas which were persisting in the society. He wanted to correct them through this drama, and that is the entire thesis. And if suppose you are going to have this question, G.B. Shah as a dramatist of ideas, or whatever questions you are given, certain lines are very important that you should go through, you should remember. I am not a soldier madam, I am no longer a soldier madam, soldiering is a coward's art, this one. And the 6 Sergiuses are there in me, that Sergius speaks, and this ideal love is very fatiguing, that kind of statement that he has given. And the kind of romanticized expression that Rena gives regarding Sergius's win of Slivinja battle, these things are basic, and those dialogues must be there in your mind. You should cram them up, and all in all you are going to talk about these things only in whatever questions they will ask in your examination. So this is how you can get better marks. Okay, thank you. If there is any problem, any question, you can forward me, drop a message to me on the YouTube, on this, in this video also. I will answer you there. Okay, thank you, bye.